I am Philalitheia. Wherever, whenever you are, I hope this is you well. And now, okay. Sorry about the wait. Good morning, Alec. Good morning, Greenie. Good morning, Fabioso Fabuloso. He'll kill my father. Prepare to die. Thank you for running with that, Fabioso. Having a great time with your name and the lore surrounding it. Who killed my father? Good morning, Rach. Yeah, I had to do I did my what's that called when you administrate? I had to do my administrative work. Good morning, Dr. Zayas. How are you this morning? There he is, Mr. Universe. There he is, looking weird. Good morning, my friend Hunter. How are you? There is a philosophy for the football fan uploading right now. So I watched the game last night. It's on its way. I forgot to talk about Sao Paulo. We can talk about that during this video. How are you doing this morning, Hunter? I'm doing great, buddy. I'm doing great. I had you in my heart all day yesterday. I had to remember to watch that game because I didn't know there was a game on last night. So I had to remember that game all day. I had Jeremiah playing the role of Julius Caesar's slave, reminding me, you are but human. You are but human. There is a game tonight. Do not stretch yourself so thin you forget the game. Good morning, KJ. Dr. Z was in the house. So yes, I ended up watching that game last night. Oh, wow, Rachel. Good morning. Wow, that is a good morning. Okay. Did you watch the game last night, Hunter? And you can tell me about it here if you'd like, or you can save it for the philosophy for the football fan. It's 20 minutes. I try to keep it brief, and then I forgot to talk about Sao Paulo. I said I was going to, and then I didn't. It's going to be a good day no matter what Rachel says. She has determined it. Yeah, the Chiefs lost. I forgot that part. I've already processed that part emotionally, so I'm not going to be dwelling on it. But yeah, that was an ugly loss. I didn't. They should have won that game. But the Chargers, the way they were playing, should have put 40 on them. So take what you can get. Hey, today's book club day. Okay, excellent. Hello, River. What happened, Jeremiah? Why did you think? Did you think you were a gooner or a goner? Like you woke up this morning and you were like, "Oh God, am I a gooner?" Oh no, Rachel, why you kill Fabio's father? Why would you do that, Jeremiah? Why would you think you were a goner? I love that somebody actually chose what. I put that there. I put that there for the trolls and the passersby, and I love that somebody has taken the opportunity. What? Leaving. Today is nominally going to be about diction, prediction, retrodiction. Good morning, OPM. How are you, my friend Justin? Oh, golly gee, I'm sitting on my sleeping bag, so getting it to slide up the content with my body is going to be a work of inchworming my life. Whew, it's chilly today, boys and girls. It's chilly today. I agree with one of you that has voted. I agree with one of you. And today, you are kind of trying to guess which one I think is right. There's no prize. Fabios has peaked, and Fabios is confused. You don't understand. In my head canon, Fabios looks like that, but he also carries a rapier. And so he's picking his nose with his rapier. Fabios has picked what? Fabios is confused. Well, those hairs are just falling out. The shrews, man, they're just a little bit too comfortable. They're just a little bit too comfortable being my friends. Thank you for the feedback, Greenie, that you like that I've started just asking the question that's on my mind. The shoes aren't a problem. They're just fucking bossy, OPM. They're fucking bossy, man. I've left them food where they can get it, and they they shove my feet around at night. They walk. The dude walked up and he tried to climb up into my tent yesterday morning. They're just so bossy about my space. Take care, Maria. Thank you. I need to eat later. I need to eat now. Daddy hungry. You can count the pixels, okay? Good for you. I'm happy for you. That seems like a Rain Man kind of trait. I wouldn't be telling people that, but you know, you do you, Home Slice. We're all different pizzas, man. And I'm uploading a video right now, like I told everyone at the beginning of the video. We're 557 megabytes of 2 gigs in, so just keep hold of your dick for 20 minutes. You'll be fine. Just looks like internet porn in the 90s. You'll be all right. I promise. We made it all. We all made it work. Hello, Lebanon. How are you doing? Yeah. I am uploading today's philosophy for the football fan. Good morning, Eric. And it's cold. No, it's just cold. And I'm uploading a video. So it's just going to look like that from time to time. Wow. Thank you, Rach. Golly gee. You guys are so supportive. I know, guys. I know. I am uploading a video. Thank you. I've already made lunch, so thank you. Saturday, I am prepared to make more today, and if I make $200 today, ideally not from the same people who are always feeding me, but if I make $200 today, I'm gonna buy that laptop and I'll have it on Monday. Right, Jeremiah. I used to play EverQuest on dial-up. That was a time. Dial-up was a time. I can't do the math, but no is dominating. No is absolutely dominating today's question. A fap top. No, I'm not getting a fap top. About what do you kid, Epic MDJ? Are you a DJ? Or are your initials MDJ? You're funny, Eric. You know what? I haven't seen you around in the morning streams in a while. Greetings, Eric. I haven't seen you at the fountain in a minute. I didn't see you guys. Those of you who don't know, because you're not in the Discord, the reason I didn't do the late night stream is because I watched that football game and then I fell all the way the fuck to sleep. I didn't realize it was so late. I thought it was only about 11 o'clock, and it was very much 11:30, 11:40. So I actually forgot to tell Mr. S too. So I neglected all of my responsibilities to the people who love me. Hi Shane, how are you doing? I don't know if this is exactly a mea culpa, but if you want it from me, my bad. I watched a football game. I told you guys I wasn't intellectually prepared for a football game, and then I watched a football game and fell all the way asleep. I'm going to be on tonight, yeah. I'll be on tonight. No football tonight. Hello, Queen Tagalize. Fabios is going to eat breakfast now. Take care, Fabios. I love you, Fabios. I don't know if everybody else loves you, but I love you. I think you're very funny. I do my best to drop good knowledge, quality knowledge, Shane. Understood, Greenie? The crazies come out at night, says Eric. Heard that. Zoinks! What up, buddy? My voice is shot. Zoinks! I can't do it. Zoinks! I can't get up there, man. My voice is shot. But heard that. Work on the tractor. Thanks for being here, man. Am I? If it's going while I have downtime, I will have my ear on it. And if it's going while I'm on the live, I'll be listening to it during the live. So just somebody communicate to me when it is within minutes of it being. I can't do more than that. I can't process it. Understood, Greenie. I understand that trying to plan your lives around me is very difficult because I can't. It'll send me into weird into weird neurotic rages. Speaking of weird neurotic wages and things I can do to avoid my weird neurotic wages, I bought stuff for macrame. So when I start to get bored, I don't have to blame you guys for it. I'll just start to do my macrame. Yeah, okay, just remind me sometime around like 6:30 or so, like 6:45, KJ, because I won't remember that. It's not that I will try not to remember that, it's that it's going to slip. I won't realize it's 7 until it's 9. Yeah, Eastern, Greenie. Yeah, Eastern. I know, Shane. I'm uploading a video right now. I'm 851, 852, 856 of 2 gigs. I don't know why you think I want to go viral. KJ lives in Alabama, which is west of you in the Central Standard Time Zone. Oh, is he also in the east? I thought he was central. I thought he was west enough. He's central. Friends, says Eric. What up? Time zones are fun like that. They're a great big band. And it bulges in the middle. Kathos is in Canada. Why are we talking about people who aren't present? I'm hungry. I want a coffee and a smoke. Heard that, Eric. I want a sandwich and a toke. You are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, Greenie, and have been the whole time you're in PA. They on the TV when they say 7 p.m. 6 Central. You're the 7. I would make for myself a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, but I wouldn't pay $8 for it. That's stupid. It's not that complicated. Yeah, Alec, I'm uploading a video right now, so it's just going to be blurry. You want something spicy? Saw that. Understood, Greenie. What up, Rob? How you doing? The Blue Crew and the Shagonauts. He greets both of you. He does say Blue Crew, Blue Team, whatever. I call you the Bluebies, the Blue Crew. Oh, everybody loving on Rachel. Take care, OPM. Happy birthday. That is crazy. 20 years. Congratulations, man. I feel like that's a what happens in Discord stays in Discord moment. Pizza's your only friend. The creme de la creme. The Bible, I hadn't planned on reading the Bible. I'll take requests. I mean, I've already made $40, so if the Blue Crew or the members or anybody that's tipped me have requests for what we do, you can always make requests. Tequila and had some beers, banging headache. Yeah, isn't that what they say? No, I guess they say liquor before beer. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. You don't want me to talk about that, Eric. Because that word doesn't actually mean that. It doesn't actually mean doing it in the rear end. That word means anything but missionary for the purposes of procreation. And it was a crime in the Middle Ages taken from the name of the town, but they weren't actually accused of sexual impropriety. They were approved of impiety and unrighteousness. They weren't actually accused specifically of sexual impropriety in Sodom and Gomorrah and in Torah. There was no particular sexual impropriety in that time in history. Nothing was off the table. Beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before fear, liquor before beer, have no fear. There you go. That's what people say. Okay, now I just gotta get comfortable. Cheeks. Did you see my booty? Supply does not create its own demand, Keynes. Orthodox economic theory that supply creates its own demand. Thoughts on weed and decriminalizing it. I'm extremely hesitant to say that we should be buying weed over the counter from the grocery store. I'm extremely hesitant to say that it should be as readily available as it is, but it's only a trend right now. And I'm listening to the general theory of employment, interest, and money by Maynard Keynes, and he's just now talking, I just mentioned it, talking about how supply always creates its own demand, and that's just not true. What is true is that suppliers have to manufacture a demand. I want this moved out of my face. So we're going to be done. Maybe I don't want to be done with this poll, but I don't want it there. I want it to stay somewhere other than in my face. Like right here would be nice. Like right here would be nice. Like right here would be nice. Right there. Anywhere other than in my face, YouTube. Anywhere other than in my face, YouTube. Why are you the way you are? Why can't I move this fucking thing? Jesus Christ. Whew. And so anyway, there are a lot of really fucking stupid people in the world who believe that Keynes was right and that supply creates its own demand and that employers demand the price that that the laborers are going to work for, and they get to dictate it because that's the price that they've already built into their product, because they've already sold the product before they had it, because creating a supply creates its own demand. But what's true actually is that having a supply means that you now have to create a demand. There's a secondary economy that needs to happen called advertising, marketing. What did you ask me? Weed and decriminalizing it. Okay, so Alec, decriminalizing weed is about decriminalizing poverty, and then legalizing and normalizing weed consumption is about something else entirely. It's about moving a product. And so the reason that weed was illegal in the first place is because it's the easiest thing in the history of human agriculture to grow. It's called weed because it's literally a weed. Cannabis is so easy. Cannabis is so easy to grow and cultivate that it was the first plant, the first cultivar that humans cultivated. It's so easy to grow that it was literally the first one. So what that means is that because it's literally a weed and it'll grow anywhere, and if you've got seed, you can literally grow it in your living room. What that means is that there are a whole bunch of farmers out in the world right now, and a whole bunch of businesses that have a supply of a thing that'll grow itself if you just let it, and will bud with high quality bud because of the seed if you just let it. And so what they have to do is create a demand for it. So we've spent the last 20 years, human beings, not me, we've spent the last 20 years creating a demand for a product that nobody needs. Nobody actually needs CBD oil. Nobody actually needs THC boner pills. Nobody needs these things. They just want to use a fad product. So what's going to happen is that once we totally legalize weed, is that market bubble is going to burst, and a lot of people are going to be destitute. So decriminalizing it is about decriminalizing poverty, but legalizing and normalizing weed consumption is about the 90s tech boom. It's just about another market economy bubble. That's all weed is. It's just another bubble. It's a fad. And it's a dangerous one because teenagers don't know that THC is psychoactive. They don't know that it's addictive. They don't know that it's personality and mood altering. And they don't know that it is harmful to your long-term brain health. So it's as a whole, it's just as bad as the turnaround from prohibition and alcohol. So I've lived in 2 towns back to back that went from being dry to being wet while I was living there. And what happened is alcohol consumption, violent crime, and accidental deaths just exploded in those communities. So I don't think it's a good idea for weed to be easily accessible. I don't think you should have access to weed before 25 years of age. I don't think you should have access to alcohol before 25 years of age. But if we're going to decriminalize and legalize weed, we have to decriminalize and legalize all of the psychoactive compounds. All of them. You really don't, Eric. Weed tastes awful. Weed is real gross. Cannabis tastes awful. That's what I think, Alec. And in the next few seconds, my video should come back to normal. He just said that consumption in any given market or in any given neighborhood is dependent upon the wages that the people in the neighborhood have and their propensity to spend. And so long as the wages rise, so will their spending habits increase, unless there's some unforeseeable change in their propensity to spend. What do we think about that? What are unforeseeable propensity or unforeseeable changes in the propensity in a marketplace to spend? What does that mean? And what could those be? It makes me think of that sentence makes me think of when Bud Light's market freaked out. Their propensity to spend was changed. But they were going to spend on Bud Light whether they had the money to or not, regardless of whether their wages increased. In fact, they were going to spend on Bud Light when their wages decreased. Well, do you want me to read the Bible, Eric? I haven't gotten anybody else that said they want a reading, and I'm pretty obviously setting up to do something with my hands and my eyes. Is that what you want from me? Do you want me to read? My voice is shot. I was going to try to let my voice rest. But if you want me to read, I've made $42.43 today. Interesting numbers. How do I know? Okay, because it tells me. Like that, huh? And then I can plug this into the bottom of my phone, and now I've got 128 extra gigs of video. And I talk to myself like this. Yes, I do. Shut up. You talk to yourself. You're happy for me not to read. Rachel doesn't want me to read. She doesn't want me to get emotionally elevated about some shit she doesn't want to hear about today. I respect that. Oh. The voice thing is whatever. The voice thing is whatever. Oh shit, I need that. Come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Baby, come back. No! What have I done with the plastic case for my memory card? Unacceptable! I can get up to those notes, though. That's why I'm not kind of worried about my voice being shot. I can do lots of fun. I know you're joking, Eric. What does that mean, Ruth? What's my melon, Chutch? What does that mean? Man, Panera keeps getting me fucking copyright struck on my readings, by the way, and my videos. They keep getting me copyright struck by playing their fucking radio so loud. What does What does deep thunk mean, Ruth? I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what your words mean. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to tell you I don't know what the fuck you're asking me. But I would like to. Who likes chili? Everybody likes chili. You did. Thank you, Rob. Yeah. My goal today is to get this out of my face. God damn it. There we go. I was just gonna sit in the tent all day and work on macrame. Talk to you guys. Don't tell me what to do, Ruth. You won't answer my questions. You don't get to fucking tell me what to do. You answer my questions, you have a human conversation with me, you can make requests of me, but you don't get to fucking tell me what to do when you won't answer my basic questions. Alright, goodbye, Ruth. You've annoyed me. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Get this to anchor itself at an angle where I can... Yeah. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Baby, come back. What the hell? Why is this direction? Oh, because I'm using it backward. I'm a big stupid dumbass. My morning is going great, Tamir. Why are we yelling? Don't worry about it, Kishu. Got your smokes? Heard that, OPM. This is a thing I made. It was sitting on the top of my bag, so I'll show it to you. This is a thing I made. Doodle-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-boo-doo. Boodly-boo. Boo-doo-doo-boo-dee-doo. Doodly-boo. I would sell something like this to you for $25. That took a really fucking long time to make. I have so many colors. Does anyone have a request? I have so many colors. Thank you, Rob. Boodaloo boop. Doo. Oh wait, I don't have a pattern. Never mind. I can't do patterns. I have to freestyle. No requests. I don't take requests right now. I don't have any patterns. And I can't look at patterns while I'm talking to you guys. Right yet. Not yet. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted you keyrings to do. I wanted you to all fall out of the bag. That's what I wanted. Thank you for doing that. And thank you for doing it with such haste, alacrity, and, I don't know, apparent agency. Yep, this is going to hurt my back before it doesn't hurt my back, so I don't know how long we're going to be here, but we're here now. Okay, so I got to figure that out. Okay. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That hurt my thumb. That rhymes, so it must be true. Rob says that he wants to donate 10 toward the laptop fund. Does anybody else want to match? The laptop fund is actually going to be my, I'm going to draw from my YouTube income, because I should be able to cash out at least $300 on the Yeah, and then CashApp is Rob's preference, so that YouTube doesn't take any of the commission. Yeah, CashApp doesn't take any of the commission. Baby, come back. This could work. I think this might work. Okay. Now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to make it. We're going to take some damn string and look for my skizzers. What'd you do with my skizzers? Oh, fuck. I am not as young as I once was. I'm not as once as I young was. Oh, boy. What is going on? Ooh, bread. I have food. Never mind. I have breakfast. I don't have to leave the tent. Past me was so smart. He was like, you're going to forget you have this here, so put it by your face so you find it when you go looking for your other stuff. Food. I love food. Oh, man. Food is so good. What the fuck? What'd you do with your scissors, homie? You almost bought a new pair of scissors yesterday, and you thought to yourself, there they are. You don't need scissors. You've got a pair of scissors. You hate taxes? Oh, I gotta pay taxes, but yeah. CashApp gifts don't count toward taxes yet. Thank you for that, Rob. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's gonna go to the laptop, which I'm probably just gonna commit to tomorrow. That's right, Rob. It's just a gift. Why did I want these? My fucking brain, dudes. Rob is challenging you to match his $10 donation. That will put me at... His $10 puts me at 52 for the day. And then he tells us that there's no pressure. He's just curious. He wants to know who you crazy sons of bitches are that like my material as much as he does. And Eric, don't even worry about it, man. Neither do I. You see what I'm doing with my time. Thank you, Rob. The support really does warm my heart. Thank you, Rob. Hey, Johnny Vincent, we share a name. I mark my regulars with the blue wrench to incentivize them to return and buy memberships to get that blue star. Johnny Vincent. It's not every other. It's 10 out of 11. This is a cult of my personality. Isn't my personality so cultish? Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. You know, I got 13 of you watching and only 9 views. I feel like we could do better than that. Not 9 views, 9 likes. I think we can double tap that screen. Try to bring in some new talkers now that my upload should be done. See who I can rage bait today. What? How did... Oh, okay. Magic happened to me just now. Oh, snap. It's Pap. Chew-Pappy! I'm glad to hear you're still kicking. I'm assuming that kicking means a good thing. Like kicking around. Like you're still alive. Heard that. Thank you for those 4 likes. I do appreciate you. I see there are 3 people that are talking. We got 18 viewers. Feel free to introduce yourself. I am Shaggy. I am Philalitheia. I'm working on a macrame project right now. But if you've got questions, I've probably got the answer. And today I'm nominally talking about prediction, diction as such, the difference in prediction and post-diction or retro-diction. And I've asked the passers-by to tell me whether they think a prediction is a prophecy. And maybe someone will be interested enough in the prompt to tell me what they think the difference is. What's up, Kylo? How's your reading coming, little buddy? We are in the presence of a small child. Please act appropriately. I don't want to meet his father and learn that he has learned some abhorrent behavior from you guys. It's not my fault. $86,000 seconds is just 24 hours. I don't, Shane. Are you watching me eat a cooked meal right now, Shane? You are. We're seeing very different things. You hit 20 videos, Darth? Congratulations, buddy. I'm glad to hear you're keeping at it. You having fun? It's a lot of seconds for sure. Hi, Morgan. Hey, what up, Castle? How you doing, Abs? Well, sure, Shane, but are you watching me eat? Like, what made you think that I do? What made you think it? Not what did you not know? Where did that hypothesis come from? The scientific method is question, hypothesis, research, then test. So, where did your question come from? What hypothesis did you make? Sewing? No. Never sewn before in my life. What am I, a woman? Thank you, Hunter. I'll, sure, I live in a tent, but I'm not eating. So it's just weird to ask me how I take my meals. I'm not eating a meal. And the food that I was just talking about shoving in my face is a loaf of bread. So it's just a weird question. Given the data that you have available to you, it's just a weird hypothesis. It's a weird question to ask. So I'm trying to figure out what's the hypothesis. Coleman grills and tents go together when you're not homeless. Thank you, Hunter. A dream catcher? I maybe could. I will not, though. Dream catchers are a Native American cultural item that I am not a Native American, so I won't make. They are pretty. But they are a cultural artifact of another people. They're not just a pretty art project. They do mean something to those people. Maybe, Rob, they might be great when you're homeless somewhere other than where I am, but a Coleman grill is going to get my tent destroyed and me kicked off the land. So if you guys want me kicked off the land and my tent destroyed, absolutely, let's go buy a Coleman grill and piss off the cops. Because you evidently know something that I don't know about my situation. The first thing they asked when they came down here was, "Do you have fire? Is there anyone else with you?" No, I don't have fire. Well, don't have fire. And anyway, it's just a really bad idea. I really don't think you guys appreciate how small my tent is. Just because the door is open doesn't mean that this isn't it. Like I'm in it. I'm sitting with my leg out of the doorway so I have space to sit in my tent. I already have animals, Eric, who are here for free meals. I just spread uh, food for these damn shrews that live under me. What are we doing? I'm making a macrame piece and working at the fountain castle. I don't have a P.O. box yet, Rob. I've only had an income greater than $50 a month, $80 a month, uh, for like a week. And so it's just a bad business decision, but it's a terrible life decision to spend every dollar you've got. So I'm just sitting on my money so I don't have too much overhead. All right, you guys are moving very quickly. Hey, 614. That's funny, OPM. Perfect timing. I'm sure they do, Eric. Like your grill, that is. I don't. Yeah, Rob, I don't need clothes, man. I've got clothes. If I had any more clothes, like you don't understand. Fucking 30% of my tent is taken up with clothes. If I had any more clothes, I wouldn't have any space to sleep. Like legitimately 15% of my tent is taken up with just clothing. Sherlock Holmes has entered the chat. Thank you, Shane, for engaging with my questions. I'm not in need of anything. Yes, Rob. Guys, you're starting to piss me off with these questions. There's a whole YouTube channel with 2,000 videos. I survived the winter last night with $25 a month. I have $200 a month just in Patreon subs right now. I need you guys to back off. You're not going to send me into a rage, but you guys are going to piss me off about this. You keep asking me these questions like you're not listening to me when I answered them yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before and for the last year. I am fine. I'm literally trying to save up for a laptop. You can't save up for a laptop if you're struggling for food. I'm not going to fly into a rage over this. It's spelled with two A's, Macrame, and I've never seen it I've never seen it written with the accent. It might be written with the accent in French. I don't know where the name comes from. Why? Why do you need to know, Shane? Why do you need to know? Am I eating right now? Am I talking about eating right now? Have you sent me a super chat to ask me these invasive questions, Shane? I just said that I'm getting pissed off by you asking me these questions. Why are you asking me these questions? And then why, when I give you follow-up questions, will you not answer the follow-up question? Why do you think that you get to demand questions and answers from me, but when I try to treat you like a human being and ask you for follow-up questions, follow-up answers, so I can give you better answers to your questions, you just ask me more questions? Did you think I was joking when I said you were pissing me off, Shane? You think I was just playing and that we're friends? And you just get to keep doing it even though I said I don't like that you're doing it? Or did you think I met somebody other than you? Dumbass. I'm just going to keep talking about myself, says Shane. I'm just going to keep talking about myself. I know you're getting agitated at me because I'm not answering your questions, but I'm just going to keep talking about myself. Fuck off, Shane. I don't know if you noticed, but you're not on camera. Every fucking day. Yeah, and you're so reasonable, Sewerman. You're so reasonable. Because I'm so unreasonable for not wanting to answer the same question to 5 people at the same time who ask me the same question every single fucking day. I'm not eating. You don't need to know how I eat. I'm not eating right now. If I were sitting here with a delicious hamburger and you could see the smoke rising from my campfire, you might think to yourself, did he cook that right there? You're grounded. wages aren't constant, so your assumption that money wages are constant is a stupid idea. Wages aren't constant. Wages constantly rise. It's the only constant about wages. They go up. Nobody wants to make less money than anyone else, and no new hire wants to make less money than anyone. Wages only go up. When our income increases, our consumption increases. That's a fact. That's why I'm not trying to increase my income. I'm trying to increase my ability to communicate with my audience in a healthy and meaningful way. If there is no propensity to consume, employment cannot increase. Correct. So, in a downturning market, when people aren't inclined to spend, no one can be in the store because you can't pay them to be there when there are no customers. This is why Walmart and Target are practicing. They're going to try out this dynamic pricing model where people who spend more money per trip and people who just have more money to their names pay less. Because they're the people who are actually paying for the labor. They're the people who are actually providing the money, the necessary money the business needs in order to survive. The paradox of poverty in the midst of plenty. Yep. Yep. If a wealthy community doesn't actually invest its money, if it just saves it, then the community can't actually grow. It will actually die. That's what actually happens. The inverse is actually true. The community will die. The savings will fail to nothing. 2008 market crash, anyone? 17 years of people saying save, 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 spend nothing, save everything, and look at the economy. Good morning, Christy. I don't know what I'm making or whether I could make you one. We're gonna find out. I'm doing a prototype. You won't like how much I'd charge for it. How you doing today, Christy? I don't know, KJ. Probably just gonna give them away to people. I don't like to sell my art. I agree with you there. To assume that economists know what the economy is doing is to assume our wishes or our troubles away. I agree with that. I hope I have a good day too, Christy. Welcome back, Eric. Lumamud. No, it's not a dream catcher. You just asked me what it is. I told you I don't know what it is, and then you asked me if it's a specific thing. Hey, Joe guy. Nope. LD. Nope. Not even close. Learning disability indeed. I mean, ostensibly it's a keychain. So, I mean, asking me more than that, I don't know. I haven't even got the anchor set yet. I haven't even picked out my colors. I usually begin at the ending, but I don't know how the last sandcastle is going to end yet. Abs. No, if it were a dream catcher, when you asked me what it is, I would have said it's a dream catcher, not I don't know. Because a dream catcher is a specific thing. When you start making a dream catcher, you know you're making a dream catcher. And I've already said that dream catchers are a cultural artifact that cultural artifact that belongs to a culture that I am not a part of. So I'm not making that. That would be like asking me if I'm making a sugar skull. Nope, not making that. It's not my culture. Good morning, Dave. A dreamcatcher keychain. Nothing could be more appalling in practice to a Native American than a dreamcatcher keychain. I used to know a girl who would vandalize cars that had dream catchers hanging from the rear view mirror. Hello, Tom. go. You got a surprise ass whooping, Eric? Why'd you do that? A surprise ass whooping is what I'm making. I've done that before. Yeah, people keep asking me what I'm making. Keep asking her the same question. That she's whatever the answer would be. Would if you kept asking your mom the same question, whatever the answer was, it would just become a surprise ass whooping if you don't quit it. I like your mom. I'm doing all right, Dave. How are you today, bud? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to do something that I don't think I have the skill set for, which I always enjoy. No, I'm not craving a cigarette. Just hungry. Just working. And you guys are in your feelings today, so I'm just letting you do your thing. The fountain is as much yours as mine. And you're not interested in my subject matter today, so I'll just work my macrame and listen to my book. Let you listen to the sound of the animals. Hey, Faraz, what's up? Hey, Wildside, how you doing? Take care, Eric. I'll see you tonight if I don't see you later today. I don't know yet, Hunter. Keychain. I don't have a pattern. I don't have an answer for that question. I'm just making something because I'm bored. What? I think Eric took off, Abs. Just listening to the rain. In this book, I'm listening to this book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money. It is meant to be relaxing. Wild side. I don't know about you, but when I'm bored, I don't want to be emotionally elevated. I want to be at peace. I just want to be calm. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like being emotionally elevated. I don't like it at all. Sent floating hearts. Thank you for the gift, Angela. Sorry I wasn't looking at the screen. But yes, we are meditating. I'm literally listening to a book about economics and making something with no intention of selling it. Just here to meditate. Just here to relax. Just here to think. Yeah, you're bored, so wild side, so you do things to stimulate yourself. So you cause trauma for other people. Drama, not trauma. You cause trauma that other people have to solve for your amusement. That's not healthy behavior. It's not very kind or loving either. So I'm just going to sit here and endure that. Seeing what happens when people get bored. Who's going to say something hurtful? And who's just going to leave? Mm-hmm. Heard that, wild side. What's up, Angela? How you doing? Good morning, Vito. How you doing? Oh, cool. Enjoy Jurassic World, KJ. Have fun, buddy. things should remain, we can anticipate that things will remain the same unless they change. Good job. This is what I have made. My mother taught me, Rach, we used to, my mother and I used to sit and make plant hangers and wall hangings and stuff. While my father slept through whatever was on the TV. Well, he watched football on TV. So I sat and watched the games. Mostly I listened to the broadcast and did this. It's not good. Hello, my boy from Punjab. Hey, Arkham. The super chat didn't show, Dave? I'm sorry, man. I am a little bit laggy because it's rainy. Yeah, it's acting crazy today. It acting crazy. It acts like crazy every day in different ways for different people. A lot of people are using YouTube. This actually work? Hmm. Hey, what's up, Fabios? Welcome back. Oh, my left hand is so out of practice. This is gonna be so ugly because of my left hand. Fuck. No, I'm not knitting. I'm working with macrame. Knitting is needles and yarn. Okay, pal. Jesus Christ, you don't have to stand there yelling at me. I didn't fucking do anything to you. I don't know how it even knows I'm here. It's got to get the last word, though. Nee. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I don't know. Oh, boy. This is bad. Oh, this is going to be so bad and ugly. Whatever. Take that, Pac-Man. Why did that tie a different knot? Why did that tie a different knot? What did I do? Bad omens? No, not necessarily. It depends on the circumstances. Crows are just crows. Crows are very smart. Odin kept 2 pet crows. I'm so right-handed that using my left hand as the dominant hand to tie these left-facing directionally knots is I have to tie them in a totally different way than with my right hand. I have to use a completely different method. I can't even use a mirror. You're supposed to, with your hands, most people can just do things mirrored. I have to do it in a totally different method in order to get these knots tight with my left hand. Dominant, with my left hand as the dominant direction of the knot. So pick something to get good at. Pick a skill to learn and develop every day. The right side of my brain is so much less practice than the right side. The right side of my brain is so much less practice than the right. My left, I can't even get myself to say it. Come on. Come on. It's like just a couple more knots. Oh, come on. It's one more knot, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it. That's not enough rope. Ugh. You leave your stuff private, Fabius? Oh, this is bad. Fuck. I am not left-handed. And I have made a poor decision to do this not left-handed. And it hurts. It hurts me a great deal, actually. Fuck. Hey, I got it. Come on. No. Did it, though. Oof, Jeremiah. Success, Rachel? Success at what? What are we successful at? What am I celebrating? Heard that, Jeremiah? Yes, I did say that. Thank you for celebrating with me. I forgot that I had done that. Yes, I complete not this section, just I had to I had to patch in a new rope. And so I was trying to do that left-handed and it was not easy. But I did it. Now I get to do it again. So I've done it once. Now I know I can do it. Let's do it again. Give me a color. Damp? No. A win is a win. Give me a color. Just like name a color. Red. It is. Thank you. I have red. We got 2 reds, so that worked out. 2 requests for red. Works out. The Rachels agree, yes. Great minds come to the same conclusions independently. Heard that. Left-handed for the win, yeah, for sure. Look, a win's a win, and I gotta get better at it if I'm gonna keep doing this. This one will be easier though, because the rope that I'm splicing in, the rope that I'm covering it with is easier. This is just gonna be an easier knot than the last one. Come on. I don't like about philosophers in general, or at least people who read a lot of philosophy, especially people who read a lot of 19th century philosophy, that they think it's A, normal, B, okay, and C, acceptable uh, to uh, to use words that are in the common usage in hyper-specific and idiosyncratic ways. No, it's not okay to do that. Well, the right-hand knots would be difficult for you. The right-facing directional knots would be difficult for you, Jeremiah. So I find the right-facing knots. I find the right directional knots. Those are not difficult for me. But the left-facing ones are difficult for me because my left hand is broken. It's not just a lack of dexterity, and it's not just a hand dominance issue. My left hand is broken. That's why it hurts so bad. Oh shit. That's not gonna work the way I want. Send a membership? Who got that membership? Thank you, Rach. Weekend Jake. Got you a membership there. That was pretty sweet. That was very kind of you, Rach. Thank you for not wasting my time with something you don't have material to add to. Thank you for bringing it up and then not uh, talking about it in this enormous book. Thank you for at least being cognizant of my time and attention, Keynes. I guess. Fuck. I will get better at this as I do it, but damn it, this is not easy. And I'm very rarely, very unlikely going to be able to get this actually straight the way I want with the tools that I have. Which I hate. I don't like doing less than beautiful. So this is going to be crooked and imperfect, and that bothers me. Our definition of income, no, not our definition of income, just the definition of income.
that we all agree on. You always think you're right if your words mean something different than everyone around you. And you're like, but yeah, you tell us that our words don't mean what we think they do when we use them in the common usage. Right about that. Both things can be true. Common usage changes based on which idiosyncratic genius is in control of the language at the time. So while it was Warren Buffett, we got to have Warren Buffett's particular, his particular way that he used economic words. We got to just capitulate. This looks like dog shit. I'm gonna go down to Hobby Lobby later today and fix it so it doesn't look like shit every time. Wow, 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 wow. You can ask me a deep question, JT. Whether I answer it is up to me, so good luck. Da 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 da. Da do 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 dee da. Da do 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 da 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 da. Da do 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 do. Da 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 da. This book is starting to piss me off, so now I'm just starting to sing over top of it. Saving is equal to the excessive income over consumption. This is how this fucking guy talks. He talks like he thinks that he's writing the Principia Mathematica. Asshole. I hate this. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh, this is gonna look terrible, Rach. I don't have the tools to get it even, and I was anchoring it wrong. Now I know how to make it, but I'm gonna go down to Hobby Lobby and get the proper tools later. Da 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 da. Because I now know that you fucking idiots will actually endure this and like it, so I'm gonna lean into this in a pretty real way. Da 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 da. I love you, dumb assholes. You smell like farts. But I'd give you my shirt in a fucking windstorm, snowstorm. La da da da, da dee 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 dee. This looks like shit, and I'm embarrassed to say that I made it. You ruined your piece, Rach. So you just started over? Woman after my own heart. Fuck it, start over. Alright. So I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby and get some rope. This is fucking pissing me off. Okay, well this is what I made. That's what I made. It pisses me off and I hate it. So I'm gonna start over. We're gonna go down to Hobby Lobby. I gotta put on pants, and you were looking directly at my naked penis if I were to move. So I now know how that works. How long have I been going? 2 hours. We're across the 2 hour mark. God damn, I've gotten so good at this, guys. Thank you for the opportunity to get good at this. For those who wanted me to share my or smoke my cigarette, you could have just hit me with a fucking, super like or tip or something, and I would have. Um, yeah. I now know for a fact that when you guys don't want to engage in the subject matter that's in my heart, I could just do Macrame and read a book, and you guys will endure that and hang out at the fountain like you're supposed to. So now that I know that you will do it, I just have to be consistent. I just got to be consistent. Not every day are people gonna want to show up and talk about the subject matter. For most people, Saturdays are a day off, and days off are about doing nothing and not using their brain, and that's not the kind of person that I am. So on those days, I'm just gonna use my brain in a different way than I would on a day where people won't show up and want me to use it. And my tent is too small. I am claustrophobic, so I am going to go get something to eat, and I'm going to go down to Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to probably pick up another bag for my rope and shit. Maybe get bigger ropes, and maybe I'll look and see if I can find a cheap coat rack, um, just a cheap portable coat rack. I can set it up right out here, and I can sit in my chair, and I can macrame on big projects that you can actually watch. Don't worry about it, abs. Don't worry about don't worry about sending me money, guys. I made today's goal is $100. Legit, it's $100, but YouTube is gonna owe me $300 at the end of the month already. So if they'll give me until Friday the 10th to pay them back the $600, I'm just gonna take out a $600 Cash App loan today or tomorrow and buy that laptop. Because if you guys are actually you're gonna actually stand up, you're gonna actually follow through with what you said, you're actually gonna support the channel. Thank you, Rachel. I know I'm not talkative. I want to talk about prediction and prophecy, but if we don't have an audience of people that are engaged for that, and the people that we do have want to distract me, I'm just not. I don't have the headspace for that today. To be distracted and interrupted. I don't want to be emotionally elevated. I want to work on macrame. I want to use these cords that I bought to make shit. So I just gotta. Now that I know that the crochet board will work in the way that I want it to, and that I can use those pegs to actually pin my project and get good leverage on it. Um, I need to I need to either I need to either unpack my backpack and move my stuff from the sling bag into my backpack, or I need a new backpack. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all your time. As always, thank you for your money. Thank you for your attention. The money is necessary. I don't want the money. The money makes me feel deeply guilty, like I've done something bad actually. Um, Especially when the money comes and then people want to push me, and I'm like, all right, I need space. I'm used. I am used to the customer paying me when they leave, not when they arrive. I'm used to I work table service forever. I'm used to them getting the service, getting what they want, and then leaving. Good morning, Tammy. So the getting the money at the beginning, I have to reestablish those boundaries. Like, hey, the show continues. Thank you for the money, but the show does continue, and so I do need an interface that will make noise when I get those tips, so I'll look up. But I also need to stop spending money on the business. I need a decent tall tripod. I know. Hello, Pineapple. I'm doing great. Good morning, Sophia. And then yeah, everybody starts rolling in during the okay. I'm ready to do the next part because it's we're approaching the 3 hour mark. So I'll sit here and I'll shoot the shit with you again. Now that I've said my piece. But it is as you can see, I've got a trash run to do today. doing great, Sophia. How are you? Well, I have a tripod. You're on a tripod right now. I need a tall tripod if I'm going to film outside my tent during the fall and winter while I macrame. Hello, a good guest. Done with this book, too. Okay. They don't have a coat rack at Dollar Tree in the Big Lots is closed next to the Hobby Lobby, but um, I can find one on Amazon. Thank you for that, uh, Rachel. Yeah, no brain rot. That's kind of the that's kind of the call to action today. There's no brain rot. No brain rot. And everybody, the Discord is active. The Discord is open. The Discord is active. Um, am I stressing? No, I'm hungry, and yeah, I'm stressing, Sophia. I'm stressing out. Yeah, they stressed me out at the top of the first hour of the show, asking me questions that I kept telling them that I've already answered and I don't want to answer. The Discord is fun. Go to the Discord. But they kept asking me the same goddamn question and it stressed me out. So I had to turn off the chat for an hour. And so when that happens, the things you're saying need to be said in the Discord. Love you too, Eric. I don't think you guys understand the emotional toll that this takes on me. It's not rye, no. But hey, Marble. It's a cranberry walnut loaf. It's a sticky sweet brown bread. Unbleached, unbromated wheat flour with malted barley, niacin, iron, cranberry golden oak um, grains, water, molasses, sugar. And then it has walnuts, cranberries, dried raisins. It's really good. I did change my PFP. Oh, everything gets better. Sophia, it was 2 hours ago. Yeah, I was gonna say I might hold up on the coat rack just because then I'd have to buy big rope, and I don't have the space. Come get this puppy? I don't want a puppy. Yeah, cranberries are delicious. This bread is awesome. Each loaf feels like a meal. They're so good. Not loaf. Each slice. No worries, Dave. Yeah, the crickets and the birds, the shrews digging tunnels under my shoes. Yeah, watchdog for my tent. Yeah. No, I can't afford to feed it. And stimulating it intellectually is going to take my time that I just don't have. It did rhyme, so it must be true. People ask me, "Could you rap, bro?" Bro, 3/4 of what I say is poetry. We are a lot of miles apart. That is for sure, Dave. I haven't had a hot dog in too long, actually. I kind of want to suck down some chili dogs outside of Tasty Freeze. Sucking on chili dogs outside of Tasty Freeze. Actually, I just kind of want Diane with her hand between my knees. Yeah. Okay. So my prototype is never going to get finished, but I can't just make boring shit. So when I go to make a key ring or I go to make something that's going to hang on in somebody's car or look beautiful, it has to look beautiful. And eating cats. Eric, sometimes you say things that are weird to me, man. I'm too good to make this shit that you see on the internet. Like I'm watching Freakier Friday, and they've got one of the girls has a macrame wall hanging on her wall, and it took an hour or more to make, but it's the easiest possible combination of knots, and they charged $150 for it, and it's just like, wow, that's like borderline ugly. It's so easy to make. Shrew friend just climbed out of his spot to hide under my thing, and that's why that's moved. That makes sense. How that moved didn't make sense to me. Now I know. What up, Ghost? I was wondering when you were going to show up. With his hand between his knees. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You know what I'm thinking about. Sucking on chili dogs. That's what I'm thinking about. You see, the thing about this setup is it'll wrap around, and it'll make a beautiful 3D, and you can hang it from a. But the setup is just not going to work. I can't keep it straight, and I don't have the tools to keep the ropes straight. That was the idea, is it would make a beautiful 3D. Hang like that. But this one's going to be too ugly for me to continue. Or just, I don't like the way it looks. I guess I could continue it. If you wrap it around like that, it doesn't look that bad. But do a design in color in the middle here, and then leave the tassel, so it would only be about this big. but I can't anchor it. Nah, well, it's a prototype castle. It's a starter. It's a prototype. You learned how to crochet as a boy. That's cool. I'm done with that one. It's all crooked and uneven and ugly, and I don't like it. Hello, Yusra. I could do something like that. Put stones in it. Yeah, I made a piece like that once that I couldn't get to sell. It was beautiful, but I couldn't sell it, and it really upset me that nobody liked it enough to buy it. Yeah, I'm very clever. I've been doing this long enough that I want to do things that nobody else does. Um, so I don't finish very often because I go, nah, nobody's gonna get it. Hello, FNAF. Hello, Devunch. How are you two? Oh, I'm not making anything anymore. I need a bigger bag. I guess I could just turn my sling bag into a macrame bag. I was making just like a miniature wall hanging. All right, give me just a second. Second over. I'm back. So here's the thing. Take my phone out of the case. Babadabadam, bodam, babadabadam, bam, babadabadam, bodam, babadabadam, bam, babadabadam, badam, babadabadam, bam, 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 babadam, bam. Oh, I was early. Bujunk, babajigajunk. Take the phone out of the case. Put my case where I won't accidentally destroy it. Heard that, abs. Now I should have microphone with compression. This should compress away all of the um, nature noises too. Oh, I just lost all of you by doing that. Hello, DJ. What up, Sage? The struggle has ended. Damage mine.
already descended behind. The struggle has ended, damage mine. Acting out, striving to make me secure. And so now I shouldn't have to work to be heard by you. And you'll just have to let me know if the microphone is annoying or compresses the crickets in a way that's unpleasant to listen to. But we are at that point in the day where it is a Saturday. It is a college game day Saturday, and my numbers are down in the very, very low single digits. I mean, it's telling me that there are 4 of you here. We've got 32 likes, which means that my usual followers have all come in. To say hello to me today. I've grouched at a few of them, so it's a normal day for me. But today's not going to be an analytics day. Today's not going to be a day where we get a big group of people, and today's not a day where I planned to read. Oh, well. Did they come with full batteries? That's impressive. You liked the previous microphone better, Abs? Doing all right, VS. Jeremiah prefers the new mic. The new mic, I don't have to talk as loud. Okay. What'd you do that for, VS? 14-hour shifts is a long one. I'm doing great. How are you? That's cool. The batteries for these mics came fully charged. That's usually not the case. If I bring the mic any closer to my mouth, it's going to exist in my head. How's that? Organize a stupid conference. Hotel duty. Heard that. At least you weren't hosting the conference of stupid people, right? It's better. I am actually trying to let my voice rest. Well, at least you got paid, right, VS? You get paid for overtime? Anything over an 8-hour shift? I don't really understand what your syntax means, Jack. You got a weird floating comma. I don't understand what you're trying to say to me. Thank you for those 33 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, you haven't hit the super like, you haven't hit a super chat, you haven't hit that Cash App button, please do it today if you haven't before. I am trying to get a laptop. I am spending so much money on the business. You got an additional day off. Heard that. What does low content mean? Thank you, VS, for that 34th like. Take care, Rach. I think that means you're leaving. Take care, Rach.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do this after the 3 hour mark. Give your mama a kiss for me, Rach. So how does that work in your mind, Jack? Yeah, I can take you to Hobby Lobby. Since I'm mic'd, we can try the walk with the mic, and you guys can tell me whether the wind was better. Okay, VS. What are you defining as a true friend? Okay, so Jack, why are you telling me? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Abs. What exists? Oh, true friendship exists. You think you should tell me that you're watching my channel because I have a low viewer count? What do you want from me, Jack? I just don't understand, Jack, and you're not making it make sense to me. Why did you bring it up? I just think it was kind of a weird thing to do. Like I feel like my viewers have gone up since he left. Like I don't understand that, Jack. I cannot, Karam. Yeah, I don't know what Jack was hearing, but I keep talking about how I do things to avoid huge viewer counts because the huge viewer counts start to agitate me when people aren't paying attention to what I'm talking about. Or they all start asking me the same questions over and over and over again. And they reject my expertise at my lived experience. That really upsets me. I'm fine, Karan, and yes, I smoke weed. I haven't had real weed in years, but yes, I would smoke real weed if I had access to it. Abs, you're the only person that doesn't like it, man. This is what I've got. I've either got this or I got to project my voice to the microphone, which is 5 feet across from me. It's probably trying to compress the crickets, and so you're just hearing it compressing the crickets.
What does that mean, Quran? Golden play. What does that mean?
White face, haggard grab, the serenity painted death. Whether made out of the disease of my paranoid ring white face, haggard grab, the serenity painted death.
Yeah, it might just be that you're the only one in headphones, big guy. You're just hearing the compression. It's probably just that you're the only one in earbuds. So you're the only one who can actually hear the compression of the crickets. The compression of the crickets. I think the only movie left that I haven't seen is Jurassic World, and I just don't care. Another terrible indie band name. Yeah, that's why I dwell on them, Rachel, to see if anybody will call out whether it should be a band or a record or the title of a song. Yeah, the compression of the crickets is another terrible indie band name. I agree. I try not to get all the jokes. I do try to share the space with you guys. You'd listen to Compression of the Crickets, Andy? You strike me as as an unironic Black Label Society fan too. For that is the sound of the carrots. The cries of the carrots. That's what he says. That is the cries of the carrots. The cries of the carrots. For tomorrow is harvest day, and to them it is the Holocaust. You are 100%. You're an unironic Black Label Society fan. That's cool, Andy. I've been getting into their music in the last few weeks and months. All right, we got about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to do the thank yous and stuff. Thank Alex Smith for sure. Alec Smith for sure for this show. And I got to figure out how to get you guys to quit arguing about who does and who does not get muted. The yawn is contagious. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, man. I don't breathe properly. I don't breathe rhythmically enough. I'll go real long periods without breathing, and so that's where the yawning comes from. I keep my breathing really shallow. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm just constantly yawning because I keep my breathing so shallow. And then I concentrate on something and my body's like, hey, you don't have enough oxygen to be thinking. And so then I suck in a bunch of oxygen to concentrate on what I find myself thinking about. You got me with the steel drum. That's funny. The applause stops and it's just white noise and crickets and a guy going ham on a steel drum. They create soundscapes. Does compression of the crickets? They create soundscapes. No, I'm shouting at the mic over there. That was good, Andy. I liked that one. That was very good, actually. Yeah, I've made enough. I have made enough in memberships and just donations the last week that I can afford that laptop. So I am going to do that. I need to thank Alec for his continued Patreon support. He does. He is the how do I want to say this? He's the primary producer of these lives, the fountain. They weren't his idea, but he was very enthusiastic about it. Um, very enthusiastic about it very early, and he did buy a Patreon sub for this show. So he's very passionate about this show, and I'm trying my best to let this show evolve organically while I figure out myself in the position that I've put myself. I would, if you have to tell me that it's a bad joke, Karan, and you didn't put it in a super chat, so you don't want YouTube to know that you put it there, no, I'm not going to read your joke. I don't read inappropriate material. This is not a space for that kind of behavior. And that's why I get so agitated. This isn't actually Tinder. Yes, I want people to meet one another, and I want you to talk, and I want you to communicate about the subject matter. What up, Rage and Dash? How is your name Blue? Oh, because you're... Oh, it just doesn't have the wrench by your name for some reason. I was like, your name, if you're... Today's subject matter was going to be predictions and, well, it was just going to be diction. Prediction, retro diction. But I didn't get any biters, and it's been 3 hours. So today has no subject matter. It's in the title. And I've said multiple times since you've been here that I'm going to be ending in 3 minutes. Prediction on what? What prediction? On what? You got 3 minutes. I'm sorry to hear that you're lagging, Raging. I'm aware of that, Victorious. Sure. For us. What is a prediction? Take care, Abs. No, I need the feedback, Abs. But you were I wasn't, I was just telling you I'm not going to change it for now because you're the only person who was telling me it was bad. And I got to get used to it being here because I got to use it. Not everybody likes the crickets. And the crickets are only for the relaxation parts of the podcast where I'm just not speaking and I want the ambient noise. Tinder's not a great place to find a permanent partner. No, it's not for us. I gag and look stupid, Robert. Well, what if there's a girl in the live stream who wanted to talk about diction, prediction, retro diction, but because you guys didn't stick to the conversation topic, she left? She went, oh, there's nobody here who can stay on topic. He's not going to be able to pay attention to my needs when they're important to me. So I'll just go look for him elsewhere. You got 1 minute and 11 seconds. Oh, you got 50 seconds for us. It might have been Andy. No, I've already got a girl. You got 25 seconds. What don't you get about diction for us? I love you too for us. All right, guys. That's 3 hours. The fountain, I'm not going to do more than 3 hours anymore. And I have other shit that I want to go do right now. Yeah, addiction. Take care, Jeremiah. I said diction. The subject matter is diction, prediction, retrodiction, all the forms of diction for us. And then you started talking about tender. Have a good afternoon, guys.